Well, here we are back in the shop again, and it's not a bad day out. It's I don't know, it's in the 70s. Been raining off and on, not a whole lot. I don't know, we got some kind of a weather issue. We could have funnel clouds today. Not really tornadoes, although they said they could develop into one, but don't see any yet. Jessie over here, she keeps looking up at the walnut tree over there. There's squirrels over there, and she tries to catch them. She got one, she killed it. There's 4 more though. But me and Buddy just been hanging out in the shop, and I gotta go back up to the house because I forgot something. Tell you what I'm gonna do. On the old 1993 Ford F-150 here, gotta take the pilot bearing out, and I don't have a pilot bearing removal tool, and I have seen many videos on how to do that. Now I can't really see it right now. I've got this light down here, I'll turn that on here in a minute, but a lot of them say you can pump grease into it, and that just makes a mess, but it works. Other ones say you can press bread into it and just keep pounding bread into it, and that pilot bearing will come out. So that's what we're gonna try and see if it works. I gotta go back up to the house and get some bread. Okay, so I've switched into my working shirt to get under the truck with, because it's just dirty underneath there. And actually I put a piece of cardboard under here from the swimming pool. Get the light hooked up, and we'll get started. Right, Bud? He doesn't care. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of, using some brake clean here, we're just going to clean this off a little bit. I don't really think that rear main seal is leaking, but I'm going to replace it anyway. So clean that off. We're leaking a lot of oil here from somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. Looks like the oil pan gasket has been replaced. So I'm not sure what's going on here, but is what it is. Okay, so from what I've seen, all you do is you just start shoving bread in here. You start shoving that in there. And I've heard some people it takes like 1.5 pieces of bread. I've got 4 down here. That's getting a little bit tight. And then you can take a bolt or something that fits pretty much in there. I'm using a 1/2-inch extension. Might have to wrap some tape around it or something to make it fit. And you just start getting out of my light here, but you just start hammering on it. You pack that in there. Alright, we're gonna need some more bread in there. I don't know. I hope this works. supposed to force that pilot bearing out of there. So we'll keep going here. My neck hurts and this is not real comfortable, but we'll keep going here. Alright, I'm going to put a little more in there. I've seen him use this with grease too. Graphixs used it with bread and... that's getting pretty tight. Bread and grease. Grease I have though is so sticky. Where's my extension at? You get it on yourself or your clothes or anything, it's not coming off. I can't find it. There it is. Okay. Alright. Continue the process here. Not sure if we're making any progress here. Thing's probably been in there for 30 years. Okay, we'll keep going away at this and see what happens. I watched one guy said you have to hit it so hard you gotta use 2 hands, but I don't think so. Yep, I think it might be starting to come. So I think I need to put a little bit of tape around this. I got bread coming out. Let's make this a little bit bigger diameter here. You don't want it to fit in there real tight, but you want it to push on the bearing, not just coming back out. So all right, we'll do that. We'll see if that helps, and we'll stick a little more in there. I don't know if I can get much more in there right now. Pretty tight. My hammer in. Okay. We'll give this a try. Does feel like you gotta hit on it pretty hard. I think we're starting to come out just a little bit. Seems just to be coming back out around where I have the extension, so probably a little more tape. Hold on. So far, no luck. Okay, she's starting to come a little bit here. It's taking a lot of hammering, and this thing isn't exactly light, but I think it's going to come here pretty quick. Okay, a little more bread in there. Well, maybe not yet. I don't have this. I took tape off of it, and so it's kind of squishing out a little bit, so let's pack that back in there. She's about out though. So we'll pack a little more in there. Oh, I thought we were out. All right, just, I think one more time. A little bit of bread in there. All right, put a little more tape on that. She ought to come out now. It's gotta be about out. Yep, we're out. There we are. There's the pilot bearing using the bread technique. Now, just have to get all of this out of there. It's packed in there pretty tight, but hey, got the bearing out. No bearing puller, no nothing, so I'd say good job. Okay, so now I just got to get all this packed in bread. I got a little tiny, I thought this was a pick, but a little screwdriver here. Oh, that's fine. Look at that. Just packed in there. Comes out pretty easy. Now I'm going to clean all this out before we put everything back together. Boy, it is really packed in there. Get a little bit bigger screwdriver here. Let's see if we can pop that guy out of there. Okay. All right, I think you pretty much got all that bread out of there. And we will clean that out before we put the new pilot bearing in. So we got this old pilot bearing out of there. And it's packed full of bread. I don't know if there's anything really wrong with this or not, but I got a new one, so might as well put it in. Yeah, doesn't seem to want to spin. Yeah, it does. Not real easy. Actually, it feels, well, it's probably got a lot of bread stuff up in there. Okay, yeah, it doesn't feel too bad. But I think put a new one in, and that'll be good. So anyway, guys, I've seen that done on YouTube many times. Sometimes they use grease, bread, combination of the two, and I thought I'd give it a try without going up and getting a pilot bearing puller. So I tried the bread thing. It actually works. Even on this 30-year-old Ford F-150. That thing's probably, well, I'm pretty sure it's been in there since it was brand new. It took a little doing, I'll tell you that. But not really too long. I don't know how long it took, but it wasn't really too bad. So now we'll get a new pilot bearing in there. We're gonna start putting the flywheel back on, the clutch all back together. This truck's gonna be running here shortly. Anyway, Jody's up in the house. She's making meatloaf tonight. If you would, give this video a big old thumbs up. Comments go down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll catch you next time, guys. Bye-bye.